then once you start digging into it, there's so many other factors that came into play, like unequal pay for teachers, and the dedication they had to have in order to, you know, uh, give that time to their students. No, and trying to live on a salary that wasn't fair that other
Yeah.
people were getting, and they weren't compensated for their work. And so all of that came into play as far as saying, wow, there's a lot more to this. And then you mentioned about expanding, you're from Virginia Beach, but, all the teachers at that time were going through the same thing, trying to educate us. And the students, and one thing about the students didn't know, well, they probably knew or saw, but all they knew was that the teachers were giving their all and they were learning and excelling. And many of those students were going on to do great things, even though there were certain inaccuracies in the school system, in their system, in the black system, school system, but they didn't have everything that they needed. So let me go back to Virginia Beach with you. You went to Virginia. I guess when you went to school, everything was integrated. You know,
Yes.
um, and that's pretty much what you knew.
Mhm.
And if you knew anything, you knew family members telling you about. Oh, I went to Union Kentfield. Which was, I believe, one of the black schools in Virginia
Yes.
Beach. I went to Union Kentfield, and we didn't have everything, but we had the best teachers, and talking about the competition between the schools. We had to travel to play each other. We had to go to Richmond, you know, playing high school competition and things like that. So I guess you heard those stories too. And then uh, that gave you, I guess you said, well, let me go back to some of these people, or if
Yeah.
it's any descendants left of some of these teachers I want to feature, let me see if I can find them and talk to them. And I was one of those people you contacted, because my father started out as educator, uh, and became a principal, and kind of tried to fight for equal pay, and was fired for his efforts,
Mhm.
which I guess that went on a lot. And when I was researching, I saw it got really heavy, but this was all over the country, where Thurgood Marshall
Yeah.
even was in this area,
Mhm.
trying to help out the teachers. It was a disparity, when they're looking at, can you imagine somebody living off 600 and some dollars a year?
No, that would be crazy.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
it's but people may do, and that's the part that is really amazing to me is how the community ah, banded together is
yeah.
that the community came together and paid for land to build schools. They
Hmm.
paid for everything to extend the school year, to house people, to clothe people, to feed people. It was a true community effort, and it's like if the county or the city's not going to give it to us, we're going to do it for ourselves.